Huge thanks to these stores and teams for sponsoring my trip to ARG Nationals. It's an amazing experience. These guys have really helped me out. Go ahead and show them some love, guys. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, these guys have really put in a lot of work, and I'm really grateful for it. So thanks a lot to them. Go check them out. And now let's get to the content.
Hey there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you the first set of spoilers for Moonlit Savior, the next set coming out in March. We have our first ruler, friend from another world, Kaguya. She is a white-green ruler, so light wins. That's pretty awesome. Her judgment is pay a light, pay a moon, pay a colorless. And her effect is you can spend moon as though it were green. So just gonna say that right now, that's awesome. Like, I really like that a lot. And then it says whenever a moon enters your field, you may draw a card. So she gets to, obviously there's gonna be some importance with moon being Kaguya and being able to kind of cycle through your deck, just as well as being able to play those will cards, those blue cards in order to be able to, so those moon cards in order to be able to play green as well is huge, because you can start playing things like Magic Zone and Moonlight and still have access to green even if you don't have enough stones. That's really, really good, I think, for Kaguya. Just right off the bat is automatically really cool. And her flip effect over here is Kaguya the Moonlit Savior. There she is, 7/9 Wizard. You can still spend moon as though it were green. Whenever you awaken a card, put 2+1/+1 counters on this card. So she progressively gets more and more powerful as you start awakening more and more cards. For a moon, she can cancel target automatic ability. That's ridiculous. I'm just going to say that right now. That's really, really awesome. This essentially just says things like Valentina 2.0's effect when she enters the battle. All of the like enter the battle zone effects, those are automatic, so you can just cancel them. Really, really awesome. Stuff like that. And then for one light and one colorless, you can prevent the next damage that would be dealt to this card this turn. What? Like, that's so good. She can just, if she's gonna go block something, she can just prevent all the damage, or if she's going to get burned by something, just prevent all the damage. This is a really, really, really good effect, especially because I'm already thinking that she's going to be more of a control-based ruler, and being able to protect herself while also having the way to cancel things is just really awesome. Not remove, cancel the abilities. So she actually works as a cancel spell, which is just awesome. And then God's Art, Light of the Sacred Moon, pay a light, pay a moon, pay 3 colorless. Rest all J/resonators your opponent controls, then recover all magic zones you control, and you may pay awakening costs for 1 moon less this turn. This is crazy, you know, just essentially saying, like, null your board, this God's Art was free, I'm gonna move in and punch your face now. Or awaken a bunch of stuff and punch your face with Kaguya, or a bunch of different other things. This is really, really awesome. Also, just can't wait to see what this card looks like full art. The artwork back here is awesome. If you don't really recognize it, so this is just a cool thing. This is Zero's staff and Feasting's hat, because Kaguya has been trained up and raised by Zero and Feasting from the Grim Cluster world, so that's just kind of a cool little twist. Very Sailor Moon-esque in terms of the artwork style, which I think is kind of cool, especially considering how Kaguya is from the moon. So that's awesome. So here we go, we move on to how did she get to the world? She had her regalia, interdimensional vessel Apollo. Your J-Ruler, 0 cost, your J-Ruler needs flying, tap to produce moon, spend this will only to play awakening costs, or to play judgment or God's Art abilities of J-Rulers with Kaguya in their name. So first off, this is just it's essentially free ramp for moon. Excuse me. Free ramp for moon cards and Kaguya. Helps our God's Art, helps our judgment, and helps those awakenings. And remember, with Kaguya, you can spend moon as if it were green. So essentially, this card in the hands of the new Kaguya becomes produce moon or green. which for a free drop is really, really good, especially when you're considering that it's going to be a ramp deck. And then you can tap and banish this card and return target Resonator you control to its owner's hand. So being able to save something or recycle for another Awakening seems really, really good. Like having a card that you really like the Awakening on, it's going to die or something like that, or you want to reuse it, you know, tap, banish, bounce it back to your hand, next turn play it again with the new Awakening, and do stuff like that. So all in all, really, really cool. I know that a lot of people are saying that, like, oh no, we have a one that gains flying and it's going to make everything ridiculous for, you know, Valentina and Bahamut, or Valentina and Kane and stuff like that. But honestly, it's not a huge deal in my mind. I just think we have a lot of stuff right now that can help deal with that, and Kaguya herself just says no to those decks. So I'm not really worried. Honestly, this Kaguya and myself is the answer to those decks. It's just and so I think the company did a really good job with that. Next we have Kaguya's Premonition, 1-drop instant. Target Resonator gains plus 200 attack and 400 defense until the end of the turn. With the Awakening of Pay a Moon, prevent the next damage that would be dealt to that Resonator this turn, and for each 100 damage prevented that way, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So essentially this just means that if they try to kill something with a Thunder or something like that, and you have the will to be able to protect it, or even an attack, you can go in to block or prevent the damage, and then turn it into a permanent their spell essentially into a permanent pump spell for your creature. That is huge. That is huge. Just being able to say there is hacking with, you know, an 8/8, and you go to block, pump it up, prevent the damage. Suddenly, not only are you most likely going to kill them, based on what the trades are, but then you've prevented all that damage, and now you permanently have a bigger creature that they have to deal with to crack back at them the next turn. And it's only a 1-drop with an Awakening of only 1 cost Moon, which is much easier to produce now that we have the Regalia. So overall, this card is great. I absolutely love it. I'm very excited for, again, definitely makes this a very I think it's a very control-oriented list. I mean, heck, even able to play, you know, if you have the Regalia, like even a Percival, even a white Percival, with this card becomes deadly, you know, because suddenly, you know, you go to block or something, prevents the next damage, it might have killed them, and now Percival's sitting at a huge amount of attack, so pretty cool. Shining Strike, another amazing card, 1-drop white with an instant speed. Choose one, rest target Resonator, draw a card, or rest target J/Resonator, draw a card. And you can only choose the second one if your J ruler has Kaguya in its name. This is an amazing card for a lot of reasons. If you open with this card, like, you can. There used to be an old trick with I don't remember what J ruler it was, but you tapped your J. Oh no, it was Bloody Snow White, where you would tap your J ruler to lock down their J ruler, so they couldn't ever gain will or attack with their J ruler. This is essentially that at instant speed with a 1-drop white spell. So if your opponent ever flips, you can keep their J ruler permanently locked down. At least for 4 turns if you've had 4 of these in your hand. That's massive. But just the fact that it also replaces itself is really, really cool. And then the Night of Solstice, so Swords Without the Full Moons come back as Night of Solstice. Were-Rabbit, 3-drop. When this card enters your field, search your main deck for a moon, reveal and put it into your hand, then shuffle your main deck. Nothing really crazy there. 7/7 for a 3 is also really, really strong, and the fact that it'll search out for your moon is really, really awesome, especially if you're playing like white-blue, because then next turn you can just play the moon, and suddenly Night of Solstice could be like a 9/9. So she lost flying, but honestly, I'm still okay with that. Then we have Moonbreeze Elf, 1-drop green, 100/400, so essentially another Elfish Priest. This card cannot be attacked, and you produce moon by tapping it. So essentially this is in the hands of a Kaguya player. This is just better Elvish Priest. Same stats, can't be attacked, and produces moon or green because of Kaguya. I don't really think there's much else to say. That card is just a straight replacement for Elvish Priest in a KAGUYA deck. Wolf in the Moonlight. It's a 2-drop with an Awakening of a Payamoon. When this card enters your field, put an evolution counter on it. And then as long as there are 1 or more evolution counters on this card, it gains 300, 300, and target attack. Again, this is essentially a 2-drop 8/8 with target attack because of the Regalia that gives Moon. Or, say, Elvish, the new Elvish. Moonlight Elf. You could solidly play this guy on turn 2 and have an 8/8 with target attack. What? I'm very excited about that. And the artwork itself is just really, really awesome. Now we have the Moon. Last up, we have the Moonbreeze Memoria, which is her special magic stone, which just produces moon or produces light. So essentially, this stone in the hands of a KAGUYA player produces green, moon, or white. A stone that produces 3 colors for no cost seems pretty awesome, and with no requirements in terms of flip or something like that. So this is really, really sweet. I really like it a lot. So there's the spoilers for today, guys. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment sections down below. What kind of things you're thinking about in terms of decks to build. And go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, this is TMO73 signing off.